G'day. It's Thursday, Cultivate Awareness, and we're going to reflect on yesterday, which was elevate language. And we looked at a different way of elevating language through honesty and opening up to things that people tend to keep secrets. And by being vulnerable and sharing that information, we're actually elevating our language to explain and express other things that are going on in our lives. And that then filters into cultivating awareness. So we look at three main levels. So you know what you know what you don't know, and you don't know what you don't know. So we like to play between levels 1 and 2, where you know what you know, which is conscious competence, and you know what you don't know, conscious incompetence. So be more social, simply say, g'day.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
So there we go. I gotta make do with what I gotta make do, which means I'm used to having my selfie stick, which I can wave around and hold it in position and know exactly where I want to stand and sit. So at the moment, don't have my selfie stick, so I'm aware of what I can and can't do. So I prop it up in a way that it sits properly. So cultivating awareness, or becoming more aware of our surroundings. So that first level is we know what we know. So that's our general skills and qualifications and strength. Whether we see them as talents and then we shift them to strengths, or whether they're just natural strengths that we've built upon throughout time. So even though we know what we know, we've still got to adapt and develop those talents into strengths. So when we look at the second level, we know what we don't know, which is conscious incompetence. Now that can often scare people when you hear the word incompetent. It doesn't mean that you're lacking or you're stupid or ignorant. It just means you're aware of something that you don't know how to do. For example, I use this example all the time. I know I don't know how to speak Russian yet. So by acknowledging the fact that I don't speak Russian doesn't make me stupid or ignorant. I'm just aware that there's a language out there, and many languages out there, that I don't know and I don't speak. The fact that I add yet to the end is allowing my subconscious mind to be open to the fact that maybe one day I will learn. Yet, I think is a word, yet. It's probably no, something along those lines. I don't know. I've just heard it on TV or in movies where they play Russian parts or something like that. But with this day and age, you've got translators on Google and your phone, and you can very easily translate things into different languages, which makes it kind of cheap and shallow and quick, but gets things done. But what are we talking about today when we talk about cultivating awareness? Well, we're always becoming more aware of our surroundings, such as the birds. Now, I don't know if you can hear this because I've got, I think, the green light. Now that's the police in the background. I don't know if you can hear that either, because the microphone that I've got drowns out sound. So it's designed to only pick up my voice because it's closest to it. That then makes the shirt a little bit harder to read, doesn't it? Be more social. So I'm aware of what I've got to do today. My plans are to make 7 90-second videos for a younger audience. So we're going to prepare the coaching programs for the respite homes in NDIS and offer short-term accommodation for families, mainly stay-at-home carers that have got a child or a growing adult who might be on the NDIS spectrum. And I've identified specifically within friends of mine that I grew up with at school and whatnot that they're at the age where they've got kids who are on the spectrum of some kind, and quite often it's not good. Emotionally, psychologically, they're beating themselves up because they've brought a child into this world that may, in some form or another, look like they've got a deficiency in some areas of life, but it just depends which way you look at it. So if we incorporate elevating language yesterday and sharpening focus tomorrow, we can sharpen our focus by looking at the language we use, and do our kids have a deficiency or a surplus, sufficiency, whichever way you want to look at it. We can look at any aspect in life, and we can complain or we can be praised for what we've got and how we plan on using it. And that's where elevating language comes from, and we do that by cultivating our awareness. Are you aware of what you've got, or do you focus on what you lack? And that stems into family, friends, loved ones, but most importantly yourself. So what are you made up of? Are you the glass half empty and the glass half full? Now, it doesn't mean being naive and overly positive and thinking that everything's always going to be fantastic. It's a good attitude to have. You still need to be aware and prepared for things that don't necessarily go your way. But you can always find a silver lining in anything you do, and that's how we cultivate our awareness. So even if there are areas of unconscious incompetence where we don't know what we don't know, why do we get caught up worrying about what we don't know? If you don't know it, let it be. If you're meant to know it, it'll come into your conscious realm. It'll come into an area of you know what you don't know, or conscious incompetence. But my biggest challenge in life is the autopilot, unconscious competence. When you start to look at doing things and not realise you're actually doing them. So people go for a walk, you might go for a half-hour walk, you zone out, just let your mind wander, almost like a meditative state, and all of a sudden you end up back where you started. You could see that as being autopilot, or you could see it as being quite a relaxing time to zone out and just allow your mind to wander. As someone who's got ideation as a number one strength, I love doing that. I love just chilling out, lying back, letting my brain wander, coming up with the most wonderful, thought-provoking ideas I could possibly do. Today, it's Thursday, and that means input for my strengths. Yeah, number 4, input. So that plays well with ideation, because it's full of input and ideation. Ideas that are just piling upon pile. I love it, I enjoy it, and I'll do it again, because tomorrow, Friday, day 5, belief. That's my executing strength. So I get things done through the belief of others, because yesterday was connectedness, my relationship building strengths. So my input is done by the belief that I have in others and bringing people together for an awesome time. That's days 3, 4 and 5. But anyway, I gotta fly. Be more social, simply say. G'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.
G'day. It's Thursday, Cultivate Awareness, and we're going to reflect on yesterday, which was elevate language. Why? So we can be more social. Simply say, g'day.